This is Chie Satanaka, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. You better eat more meat.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Litton. To my side are my noble and hairy are Maddie Lynn.
Well, that was pretty loud.
Yeah. Taylor Hoyt.
Howdy.
Yes. It's a pretty hype
Is that
week.
a cat?
Yeah.
Do we have a cat?
We don't have a Kathleen right now. We have a Maddie.
Oh.
Yes. Are you okay, Maddie?
Yeah.
We'll get back to why you're so excited, but we've had a very, very intense Sunday.
Yeah, been a long day for me. Worked all night,
Specifically for you.
went to church, slept for like 2 hours, went to a movie, had dinner. Now I'm here. I'm a little loopy, but raring to go.
We're all loopy.
Are we?
Yeah.
I'm a little
Maddie was super loopy, crashed, and now she's still loopy.
Yeah.
So she's groggy from waking up.
I'm not that groggy anymore. No, seriously, I was doing that because my hype was like way too high. And so I had to lay down and just focus on listening to the Giants game and just be like, calm yourself.
I'm still
Calm yourself.
Chuck him out, guy.
That scream when we were playing Players Unknown
That's a
Battleground.
story. That's a story for...
We can't
we
say
can't say
can't
that story.
say
We'll
it.
tell that story later.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
But yeah, that was. I think you screamed for about 5 seconds, 3 times.
Yeah. I've had a lot to take in today.
It's been an emotional day.
Yeah, it's a very emotional day.
It's been an emotional week.
That's true. There's been a lot of news.
Lots
Oh
of,
my gosh, yes.
Like I'm sitting here looking. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, E3 had some decent news. TGS, PSX. We got 8 items to talk about at some point.
That is straight up JRPG news.
Yeah, like
Woo!
like this week is like they're like screw E3. Middle July, that's when you announce all your stuff. Okay.
Apparently, because it's making fans freak out.
Yeah. Well,
They announced the new Tales game.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh my god. If that got announced today, I might have died.
Nope. Arc System's going to be announcing their Tales of series tag fighting game.
Okay.
Yep.
And I actually tweeted at them saying, "Hey, so when is this coming out?"
That'd be funny.
I'm like, "It's better.
Let's go.
You're buddy with Namco now. Yeah, do it."
That's true. Yeah. Well, it's funny because we were scraping the bottom of the barrel last week talking about, this game's getting a physical edition. and
this game's coming out in this time.
Yeah, like literally
Oh my God,
that was
that's
the
coming out.
news. But yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
So let's start off.
What we've been playing first.
Yeah, let's start with what we've been playing because we have a huge reveal hinted at in last week's episode.
Oh my God.
That's got to be at the end of
Yeah.
this segment.
Yeah.
Maddie, we know what you've been playing. It's the same thing. Me?
Did you beat it yet?
No, I took it because I've been really stressed and with school, and as soon as that got done, I took literally a whole day and just binged the third, and it was
Yeah, she
great.
played a lot of it.
It felt so good. So yeah, I played I think maybe 10 hours that day. So I think I'm about halfway through the game, and things are getting real. So yeah, that's all I'll say.
Sweet.
Pretty fun times.
Playing Xenoblade again still. I'm doing a bunch of side quests. Slicing my wrists every day.
Slicing your wrist every day. Why?
Because the side quests
Because of
make them
side quests.
suicidal.
Were they boring?
They're just side quests.
Okay.
I need to do these because I need to get a gem furnace
A gem furnace. Okay.
to make, because I have to go all the way to the beginning of the game every time if I want to make gems. Right?
There's no fast travel, you said, right?
There's fast travel, but you have to do through each area.
Oh, man.
And it's like, unless someone knows, I asked him last episode, if someone knows to do it quickly, tell me. But
That is a shame.
Yeah, so you have to go all the way back to Colony 9, but there's Colony 6, and I need to do a couple side quests to get the thing there. So that's stressful because I just want to continue with the story, but can't right now.
Welcome to Xenoblade X. That's exactly how that game was.
That's
I just want to continue with the story. Nope, can't do it.
I can continue the story, but I need to do this first to make my life easier.
Make his life easier.
I see.
So
That's it.
That's
Nothing
it.
else.
Nothing else.
That's all we've been playing, man.
We've been playing Players Unknown Battleground.
That's
That's about
true.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That and JRPGs.
A little hot, but
That's a given with you, Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, Taylor.
Taylor, let's
Wait, Nick.
What?
You said you
You
guessed
wanted
his
to
game.
guess. So,
I did
so
wanna
this
guess.
is the first time. This is not a fake reaction. This is like Nick's first time trying to guess with me. He's preparing himself.
He's preparing himself. Here we go.
Okay. I was thinking back, it's like, what are you playing? What you want to do the backlog? You want to get rid of the backlog? And I was like, maybe he's replaying Tales of Destiny. And I was like, is that true? Maybe. And Maddie's like, so that's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Tales of Destiny?
Maybe.
Old Tales game?
Old Tales game. See if he likes it again. Taylor, reveal.
It's not Tails.
All right, there you go.
Nick, I don't know if Nick is going to recognize this as a JRPG, but I think it absolutely is.
Yeah. I'll say it is.
He's gonna say like Dark Souls or something like that.
Dark Souls 3. No.
Still can't believe he didn't guess it from that, actually.
No. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I'm very disappointed.
I knew it. I knew Nick was like not going to care. He's like, all right, this is a big letdown.
It is a big letdown. I was expecting like, Dark Cloud 2 or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, awesome. Classic JRPGs that we never played. He's playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Best game of all time, apparently.
I feel like killing myself right now.
You're really going to cut your wrists, huh?
Yeah. Nah, I'm just joking.
No, but so the Switch is interesting because it logs your hours after you've played something for at least 10 days. So on the 11th day, it'll tell you how many hours you've put in. But I feel like it's only in intervals of 10. Because it says I've played Mario Kart for 10 hours and it says I've played Zelda for 50.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm closer to the 60-hour mark on Zelda than the 50-hour mark. But yeah, that is a good game. That's a very, very good game. I see why people were hyping it up.
And it's not boring. You're not freaking bored.
No,
with it. Okay,
I
good.
feel like I'm never going to stop playing this game.
This is a Taylor game.
Yeah,
this is very much a Taylor game because watching him play it, I was like, I might not like this game.
Yeah, this is the reason I like it is because it's not like other Zelda games. It's not like go to a dungeon, get the item, use the item on the boss, go to the next dungeon.
So you're able to. You see that random house right there with the pot in there? You could go right into the corner where that pot is and look inside the pot.
Yeah.
Just to see if there's some dirt right there. It's
Exactly.
Like, Taylor, who cares?
Well, it was interesting. I've been thinking about how I want to describe this. I mean, so this game is the appeal is the exploration. There's like almost no story. I mean, you can seek out the story if you want, but it's not thrown in your face like at all. Basically, the general story is you were put to rest 100 years ago. Zelda has been trying to keep Ganon at bay, and now you're awake, and now you have to go help her defeat Ganon. I mean, it's Zelda. So, but I was thinking about, again, how I want to say this, but there's literally adventure, I feel like, around every corner. Because in the game, there are 120 shrines, which are like these little mini dungeons. Like, you go inside and there's like one or two puzzles. Yeah.
So, to find these shrines, sometimes you see like a flash, like a shining light in the distance or something like that. Is that what happens?
So they glow orange. Mm-hmm. So that's typically your indicator. Like, if you climb up one of the towers and you see something glowing orange, you can like set your own waypoint markers. It's not like in other RPGs or Assassin's Creed where there's like markers all over the place. You put them down and then you go and try to get to the marker you put down. Yeah, so that's typically at the beginning of the game, that's how it was. You climb a tower, you can usually see 2 or 3, you find them. But I'm getting to the point where they're not easily discoverable. But you have this thing called your Sheikah Slate, which is basically like your map, your
iPad?
Your iPad, yeah, your Switch, your Wii U pad. And there's a function on it where it can sense shrines. So it's like a little shrine radar. So if you're close to one, it'll start like beeping. So that's I'm at the point where I need that because I can't find them otherwise. Like I just won't. They're not in plain sight. So like there was a time, for example, when I was like near this river. And it was going off like crazy. I'm like, I've literally gone everywhere in this area and I can't see it. And then I see a waterfall and I look down the waterfall and it's not there. And I'm like, is it behind the waterfall? So I jump off, get on my paraglider. Sure enough, it's like in the waterfall, which is kind of cool. So like these brilliant moments of discovery is what that game's all about. Like trying to find the shrines. And there's also 900 of these things called Korok seeds, which you use them to increase your inventory slots, but they're like these little mini puzzles all over the world. So like, for example, there could be like a circle of little rocks, but you notice a gap in the rocks. There's like a piece missing. So then you go pick up a rock and you fill it in, and then the Korok appears and it gives you a Korok seed. So that's that kind of stuff.
That looks weird. It looks like I have to do something here, kind of thing.
Yeah, that stuff is everywhere. Like, for example, like some of my favorites have been, there's like a giant pit, and then you like look up a mountain and there's like a boulder. I'm like, I wonder if I push the boulder into the pit if it'll do something. And sure enough, almost every time if there's something weird like that, then it'll do that. So that, like, it's just this never-ending dopamine feed, because there's always something right around the corner. There's always something to do. Like, there's literally over 1,000 things to discover and find in the game. So I just
He's been playing it.
just playing like crazy.
More
Yeah,
than Splatoon.
and Splatoon. Yeah, but
More than Splatoon, you said.
yeah, way more than Splatoon. Yeah, it's consumed my life. It's gotten so bad that the show I edit with Maddie, another different show, I've had to give it to our other production guy. Like, when he goes to work, because we do opposite work shifts. I work the overnight graveyard and he works like a normal human shift. And so when he goes to work, I'm like, take my Switch with me, because if not, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit around and play Zelda all day.
Which is funny because I went with him to work the other day for my work, and I'm sifting through the backpack looking for like a camera, and I'm like, is this Taylor's Switch? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, there you go. That's silly. That's funny because he was showing me around the game, and I'm like, this looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of, like, you know, Cube World-esque, kind of, just, you know, but obviously better graphics and stuff. But the thing is he's like, yeah, so this game doesn't have really a story, doesn't throw it in your face at all. Like, you could technically go kill Ganon right from the beginning, and there's not a lot of big music. And I'm like, shit, that's like 90% of a game for me. Like, I don't think I'll be able to play this.
Like, most of the soundtrack is just wind and suddenly doo-doo-ding.
Yeah, like, they'll just be like little piano, like, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But I went, so I at one point, so the big thing about this game is your weapons break, which at first I thought I was going to hate, but I like it because it incentivizes you to try different weapons and, like, be risky and like maybe steal other enemies' weapons and experiment and stuff like that. So at some point, I don't know how this happened, but I was running out of weapons, and I'm like, well, I'm probably strong enough to where I could go beat the game right now, but I'm not gonna. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Hyrule Castle and just try to find weapons, because I assume that's where, like, all the high level weapons are. And so I went there and I was just like grinding weapons, and I got all these like really awesome, like, super high level weapons.
Have you found the Master Sword yet?
I did. Yeah, pretty recently I got the Master Sword.
That one breaks too, right?
It doesn't break. It, like, runs out of energy and then it has to recharge, so it doesn't go away completely. That's the only weapon that I know of that does that.
I mean, it better not, because it's the freaking
Exactly.
Master
Yeah.
Sword.
Yeah. But yeah, it's also fun. Like, you get different gear. Like, there's a lot of, like, weather effects. So there's, like, gear that makes you, like, heat proof or waterproof. Well, it's not waterproof. It makes you swim faster in the water, or, like, cold resistant, like that kind of stuff. So they level up, I think, 3 or 4 times. So it's fun to, like, collect all the items and, like, level up and see how you get more defense. So you swim faster, you climb faster. So yeah, it's been really, 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 really fun. Enjoying it a lot.
The combat hard.
It can be. The only tough thing is there's this slowdown mechanic. Like, if you've ever played a platinum game, like, if you dodge at the right second, it slows down and you can do a lot of extra damage. So you can do that. It's really hard to get the timing right for that. But other than that, I haven't really had too much trouble. Like, there are like random big boss enemies. If you explore the world, they're just like all over the place. So those have been kind of fun to run into. But the Lionels, those are the things that really annoy me. They're like centaurs with, like, lion heads, sort of, is the best way I can describe them. Those are probably the hardest things, because they have a ton of life and they do a lot of damage. So
Whoa.
Wow.
So Maddie, are you disappointed?
What do you mean? I already knew he was
No,
playing that.
are you disappointed in that Zelda?
I mean, I haven't played it, so...
Well, you've seen a lot of it.
Well, by a lot, if you mean 5 minutes.
It's a lot of it.
I don't know. It definitely has its style. Just my rating of games is usually story and soundtrack above most things, and especially for Zelda, I always are drawn to like, okay, what's the trouble? How are you gonna save the world? Kind of deal. What's this Link doing? You know? Yeah. Is there no serious song in there anywhere?
I think it's like a jingle somewhere.
Like it should be at
No,
least
like
a jingle.
it only like plays like what?
It doesn't play at that tempo.
Yeah.
It's like more serious or more somber, I think. But I feel like I've heard that song at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it, but I just have this feeling in my stomach that I'm just like, I'm probably not gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, that's for me. What is appealing about that game is its look. The exploration is huge. Like, there's a lot to explore, and it all looks really neat. And then just the look. Like, I've always wanted an anime-styled open world game. There just aren't any that I can think of. So it's cool that it has like that cel-shaded look. And there's
Tales of Dissidia.
no, not even close.
I remember that was like they were trying to do that. They were trying to make a Skyrim Tales game or something like that, and
No.
did not do that at
No.
all.
Nope. The other thing that I really like, except when it rains, is that you can climb anything. Like, it's such a neat thing. Like if I'm trying to get up this mountain, like, I can walk all the way around the path, or I can just climb. So that's neat. There's just so many cool things you can do, and like the weapon, like the little rune abilities, like your bombs and the magnet and like all that stuff. Like, you can do some really neat stuff. And
There's like a gravity gun.
kind of
Not a gravity gun. It's the I don't know what gun it's called. And
It's a plasma rifle, Maddie.
not a plasma rifle. It's that Half-Life gun, physics gun.
Yeah, the gravity gun.
No, gravity
Yeah,
gun.
there's like a
You're
there's
right,
like a
you're right.
magnet thing where you can pick things up and throw on it. And one of my favorite things is the stasis ability, where like so you can freeze something in where it is, and then it builds up like whatever momentum. So if you keep hitting it, when it unfreezes, it'll just like go flying. So there's like tricky ways you can get around puzzles or enemies or whatever. Pretty fun to mess around with. So overall, really, really good, and having a lot of fun with it. And everybody that owns a Switch should own that game. It's really good.
Then.
No.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's making the conversation in my head about what my favorite game this year is a lot harder. Because it's funny, because the things that I like in games, Persona and Zelda, you haven't even played it, so you don't know, Maddie.
I
Could
don't.
blow your mind. Probably not. No, but the difference is I like games that have a cool look and where you can explore, but then I also like games that have a really good directed story. So like both games, I mean, Persona 5 looks better, I'll just say that. But Persona 5 has like a really good crafted story where you like get really invested in the characters, and Zelda has this like never ending thing, like ability to explore. There's like so much of this game that I haven't explored yet.
Help us, we're being under attack. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to spend 30 hours doing something else. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll see you in like a month. You've waited 100 years, you can wait a month. Just chill. It's fine.
I gotta catch the chicken.
The cuckoos,
Cuckoos.
whatever they're called.
Tacos, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There's the towns in this game are real good. The villages, like Kakariko Village, is like
Wait.
this. What?
Biggest question. Is there good water?
Water's all right.
Yeah, I already asked him that a while ago. He's like, it's all right.
It's not bad. I've seen better. But yeah, good towns. Like I was.
You really like the ninja town.
Yeah, Kakariko Village is like this little like sleepy ninja town in the mountains, which is kind of cool. And there's this other place called Hatino Village, which is like got a bunch of windmills, and it's very like chill, like a farming village. And then
Does it have music?
the towns have music, yes, they do. And there's
There you
like
go.
stables that have music. The Rito Village is really cool. It's the bird where all the bird people live, and it's like on the top of this mountain, and it's like kind of woodlandsy. There's like it's like almost looks like a giant treehouse or something. It's cool. It's got a good look. So
But doesn't have great water.
doesn't have great
Doesn't have
water.
great water.
No,
That loses about a point.
it does lose a point. Knock it down. It was a 10, but then it didn't have great water, so
It's
now
a
it's about a
9.
9. Yeah.
All right. So let's move on.
Can you hit that lap button,
I
Nick?
can't hit I can't.
There
Nope,
you go.
can't do it.
Let's move on to all the news.
Okay. We're going to break it down. Like I said, We have 8 items. I tried to list these in order of
Announcement?
order of relevance, importance, significance, however you want to put it.
Got it.
So, number 1, Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age is coming to the West in 2018, as confirmed by series producer Yuji Horii on the day of its release in Japan. Woo! And that probably sold like a gajillion copies.
Yeah.
Sold like crazy. So he releases this video, and he said the localization is already underway. There's a lot of text, so it's going to take a while, but it's underway. No platforms were announced.
And no voice acting.
The Japanese doesn't even have voice acting. Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said more info will be coming this fall. So that means 2 things. 1, PSX. 2, they could be waiting to see what's going to happen with the Switch version, because before it was even called the Switch, it was called the NX.
And they said it was a version coming.
Yeah, they said they were. But at the time, I didn't know how powerful the Switch was. I'm like, so is it the 3DS version? But now it's obviously like a downgraded PS4 version.
You'd get the PS4 version.
If given the choice, I'd get the Switch version.
He really likes to take it on the go.
Yeah, I like, especially right now at work, like I'm just being able to play it on my break and just play it wherever. I'm loving the portability of the Switch, or just the option to do either. So, but if the PS4 version is the only one we got, I'll play it. Yeah, because none of us really have any history with the Dragon Quest, not the mainline series at least. Like Nick played Heroes, I played Builders.
I haven't played any.
No, you played 8.
I played a little, probably like 5 to 10 hours of 8. That is certainly the most beloved in the West. Got great voice acting. That's
weird.
Oozes charm.
That is weird. 8 has voice acting. 11 is not going to have voice acting.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like, so I saw this on Twitter. I don't know how true this was, or maybe it was some limited edition thing, but I feel like they were really trying to go back to the roots of Dragon Quest of this game. So I looked this up. This is the first home console Dragon Quest game in 13 years.
Holy moly.
Not if you're not counting the MMO, and if you're not counting like Heroes and Builders. I'm talking about mainline, not MMO numbered. Because Dragon Quest 8 came out in 13 years ago, and then Dragon Quest 9 was on the DS. 10 was an MMO, and then we've had like just every kind of spin-off you can think of. So what's really interesting, I think a lot of people know this, but the 3DS version is like, the top screen is like a normal 3DS game. The bottom screen is like the same exact game, but if it was like a Super Nintendo version.
Oh, it's like pixels or something?
Yeah, pixelated. And then I saw this Japanese guy, he bought the collector's edition, and the collector's edition comes with a Famicom cart, and it has an NES version of the game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like 8-bit sprites. We're watching Nick's rats be daredevils right now. They're like climbing this cage, and it looks like they're about to fall.
He's so fat.
I know, he's hugely fat. I don't know how he's not dead or dying.
He's fallen off before.
I know. Oh, is he gonna make it? Oh, he made it.
We
Okay.
made it. Okay.
Did not fall that time. That's good.
That's good. But yeah, like, I'm sure you guys have at least looked at footage or images. Like, what's your hype level on Dragon Quest 11? You guys gonna play it, or do you care?
You overestimate me because I have not seen footage or photos of
Really?
any
Okay.
Dragon Quest stuff.
Okay.
I've seen footage. I don't know. Just
It has a really nice look.
it has a really nice look.
It looks great.
It's Dragon Ball Z with
Yeah.
medieval. That's pretty much what it is.
Okay, gotta play it.
Yeah.
There we go.
In Unreal Engine 4, yeah.
Unreal Engine 4,
Yeah.
and it has the battle system of RPG Maker 1.
So I was watching somebody stream, and I was asking them some questions, and apparently you can do, it's very traditional turn-based, but you can do auto battle. You can give your party AI, so they will do attack on their own, and then you could just control your main character, or you can do all of them. So there's options.
I don't know, Taylor. I don't know if you could do this.
I don't know either. It'll be a challenge, but I like the look of the game a lot, so I'm
You
hoping.
just want to support it.
I guess. I'm just hoping the story and the exploration can overcome the not so great turn-based combat. But yeah, that will be determined in who knows how long. I'm guessing maybe February, March.
That early?
Dude, the game is already out. It's not like all you have to do is localize. They don't have to do voice acting.
That is true.
That's true.
Or
true.
maybe they'll go over and above in America and do voice acting because I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
So anyway, Yeah, Dragon Quest XI. 2018 is turning into a crazy year for
God.
JRPGs.
We thought 2017 was crazy. 2018 is becoming crazy for everything.
Ni no Kuni 2. Now we've got Dragon Quest XI and supposedly Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll see.
Yeah, and
Maybe 7 remake.
No, I don't think 7 remake. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 first, and then 7 remake.
Yeah.
Lost Sphere.
Well, we'll get to that.
And then we have
Cold Steel 3 probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Cold Steel 3 maybe. I'm still thinking early 2019.
Just
That far out. Wow.
please.
Yeah. Well, that's just a year.
Does it have a release date yet in Japan?
It's coming out.
It's coming out in September, isn't
September.
Oh, okay.
it? Well, you can't look at the internet anymore.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, when it comes out, yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know one thing and one thing only.
What?
Is that it does? How are they?
How are they going to transfer save data?
Save stuff.
They
'cause
better.
it's different
They
consoles,
better
yeah.
figure it out because, like, I've put so much time into that game.
Maddie, yours is actually easy. Yours is the canon way.
You want your special way?
I need my special way, and it needs to be there. It needs to be because that would throw off the story so much. Because I'm like, okay, that happens. I'm with someone else that's not the canon way, and now I'm randomly with her. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they would not do that. They would let you choose somehow. Yeah, but like I want them to save the data over just because I've worked hard on the various relationships I've gotten, and I've gotten 2 to max, and I want it to care. Like, please.
Your save data is not going to carry over. I know. But they're probably going to do a like questionnaire or like a little like
Yeah, fill in the blank type thing. Like, yeah.
What?
all it is just who's your waifu?
Like that's just the question. That's exactly how they pose it.
Yeah.
Who is your waifu?
I don't know. Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
There's a lot of news for Cold Steel 3, but I just don't want to talk about it here because it's not coming up for a long time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I am, just to tell everyone,
So hyped.
I am super hyped. And I've seen everyone I want to now.
Yeah.
I've seen all of Class 7 and I've seen Professor Sarah. I'm happy.
I just got to tell everybody, I super don't care.
Yep.
Yes, Taylor, we know this. But it's okay.
So good.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
But yeah, and then like all the fighting games that are coming out in 2018.
Spider-Man, God of War.
I don't even care about those because of all the stuff that's coming out.
I know.
Spider-Man
I
looks
wanted to play God of War. I really do. But I think I might skip it like I did with Horizon.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Who are you?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Next on the docket.
Yeah. I'm waiting for
Persona 5, the animation has been announced. Coming in 2018 via A1 Pictures, who did the Persona 4 Golden anime and a couple of me and Nick's favorites, Erased and Your Lie in April.
Your Lie in April.
All right, Maddie.
And-
Have your fan.
And the Persona
And the
3.
Persona 3 movies, which I think a lot of people are overlooking.
It's true. They did do that. So have your fangirl moment, Maddie. You've been asking for this for weeks and months. You're like, just give me an anime.
Give me a damn anime,
please.
Now I could last through like whatever the world throws at me. Because I'm like, Persona 5 anime is coming. I got this. I'm living till this comes
But
out.
the crazy thing is, not dubbed, I don't think. It's like,
Well, it just got announced.
It just
I
got
know,
announced,
but
but I
but-
don't even care. Like,
Are
it's
you-
getting animated, and
when you're doing your platinum run, are you going to play in the Japanese voices to get used to them?
no,
All right.
it's okay.
It's okay.
They did it for, they didn't localize the movies for P3, did they?
And
No.
they didn't localize Golden either.
That's true, huh?
They barely localized Persona 4. The only way they get it is through the Blu-ray versions.
But the thing is they've noticed how much the West cares about Persona 5.
Yep.
Right? So
I'm really hoping, they'll do it.
if they're smart about it, they should dub it.
Well, so here,
And then at the end
No.
and end of the show, teaser or a trailer of Persona 5 Arena.
yeah.
Well, anyway.
Here is my reason to be optimistic about getting a dub is that Crunchyroll and Funimation have this like relationship where they license everything together, and Crunchyroll gets the sub and Funimation gets the dub. That's just how it's been. Like, there's a My Hero Academia dub like the day it comes out in Japan. They've been just doing like that for a long time.
Yeah,
And Tales of Zestiria, there was a dub just a week later.
Okay, maybe it's a week later.
But that's through Funimation.
But I'm saying, like, it will exist in some form, is what I'm saying.
Hoping.
And then probably
we
a
could
use the voices.
we could ask some people.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, we could. But
Okay,
But I will say, a lot of people were concerned about
the
this. Like
A1?
on Twitter, there was a lot of salt. Like there weren't. I feel like the ratio of people that were excited that were to not excited was pretty lopsided in favor of people not being that excited, particularly because it was A1, and I was like, they've done a bunch of really good shows, and people were like, oh, dude, the golden anime was so terrible, and like people were showing like these really awkward still shots. And
I'm like, I liked the golden anime. It was fine with me. It did look different, but
Yeah.
that's because we were used to the
fourth. Yeah. And especially if anybody out there have seen the Persona 3 movies, they are really well done.
Wait, who did the prelude, the prologue one?
prologue one.
Oh,
that
that one is a different one. It was like
It's IG
some yeah.
That's who did the Persona 4 one.
Wait.
Like the whole series Persona 1?
Oh,
Yeah.
Persona 4.
the animation, yeah. But yeah, so those movies looked like Persona. Like they looked right, you know? I was going to take this somewhere and I forgot.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just Twitter
Calm down.
is 80% salt and annoyance.
That's true.
20% or 10%, normal stuff, and then 10% promotion.
Yes.
And 40% physical.
But they released the art or an art clip of what
They showed the teaser.
Joker was going to look like. No, they showed like how he's going to look like in the anime.
Oh.
Like I have it on my phone right now. But the teaser, I got to open it first.
Okay.
But the teaser, this is the funny part, is I'm watching it because Nick and I have Persona 5
everything.
yes. Well, did you notice this?
Yeah, Maddie has a Persona 5
I got this.
ring.
I got this ring in the day after freaking Persona 5 animation got announced. So
Oh, wow.
yes,
No,
but-
the art book.
yeah, I have this art book, and the cover is a bunch of like comic panels of different art for the game, and different style, but it looks really nice. I'm like, man, this is great, and we scanned it into our computers to put it on our background, and that teaser trailer animates almost every single one of those panels, for the teaser, and that part I was just like freaking out.
And he's like, oh!
I was doing that. I was doing
Okay,
that.
Mickey Mouse.
Taylor, you want to tell how you found out? Because what happened after that?
I don't know.
2:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, well, I was at work, and it got announced that really early in the morning. I'm like, oh, sweet. And so I text Maddie at like 2:30 in the morning, and I just send her the picture. It just says Persona 5, the animation,
2018.
set for 18 or whatever, yeah. And then I gave her a clip to the trailer. And then she wakes up at 7, and she's like, crying. I want to scream into my pillow, but everybody's asleep. Ah!
Yeah. I was basically screaming into my pillow for a lot of the time. Just on Twitter, watching everything I could, and not believing it was real.
Yep.
I was, looking at the art on my wall, just being all like, thank you, God.
See, that's the early morning scream. That's not the other screaming we were talking about. That was a different.
That's a
screaming.
different scream.
There's
but
a lot of screaming.
There was a lot of screaming today.
Like we said, very emotional day.
Yeah. Just the thing I've been waiting for so long that I wasn't fully sure, like praying, and like all the logic pointed that it was going to happen, but it wasn't announced yet. And I was just praying that it happened, and it finally happened. I can't believe it, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, I was like, Maddie, it's going to happen. Just calm down. It's going to happen.
But without the announcement, you don't know.
I knew. It's like,
Okay, Nick.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I actually wasn't so sure. I was on the other side of the fence. I'm like, they could. I mean, they've done one for 3 and 4.
Everyone
But-
was worried about the Daybreakers because they said they were going to come out with an anime, right? Before the game even released.
Oh, they did?
And yeah, they said
Oh.
we're working on the animation project. And Daybreakers came out, and everyone's all like, this is cool, but this isn't like, this isn't part of the main story. This is like a side story, and it's just like kind of a promotion for the game because it came out before the game, so they couldn't ruin anything, right? And I'll admit the animation wasn't fantastic. It felt kind of rushed, right? And it was by A1.
Oh, it was?
So that's why a lot of people are all like, I can't handle a bunch of like Daybreaker episodes. But that's why I was just like, hey guys, they did the Persona 3 movies, so I'm sure it's going to look more like that rather than Daybreakers.
Or it just means they've been working on it since that.
That's true. because they
Hopefully.
did. It is called Daybreakers Episode 0. So,
Oh, interesting.
Coming.
so that was also a hint. But yeah,
Very cool.
yeah,
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very
For
cool.
me,
And-
for me personally,
Very cool.
okay.
it's cool.
Thanks.
I'm happy for you, Maddie.
Thank you. The other thing that was interesting is that they didn't announce Akira Kurusu's name. They said
Just
Hiro. And I'm like, please don't change his name.
What if they that was his name, Hiro, Hero?
Oh my god.
Hero.
Hiro.
Kurusu.
No.
Kurusu.
No.
I can see it.
Please
I
don't.
can see it.
Keep his name. Keep his name, Atlas. It was a good name.
And we all know what waifu he needs to go with.
Shut up, Nick.
Futaba, obviously.
No, that's just
Makoto.
weird. No, not
Makoto.
Not Makoto.
Kawakami for canon.
No.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not telling you. You're gonna
Okay,
figure it
fine.
out.
Okay. I don't know where you're going with that,
I
but
don't
whatever.
know where this joke's going.
I was actually gonna say something and I forgot the name.
That's a bummer.
Yusuke?
Nope.
I forget it.
Forget it. It's over.
It's over.
You mean Akechi?
Time has
Nope.
passed.
Okay, good.
Then
Because
we're
I
done.
was
No,
going
we're
to
done.
kill you.
Next news.
Yeah, so there's a couple other tidbits of Persona 5 news. They announced that Persona 5 has shipped 1.8 million copies worldwide, which is up from 1.5 million just shortly after its release in the West. So it's continuing to sell. I feel like by the end of the year, it'll definitely cross the 3 million mark or 2 million mark pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the holidays and things will go on sale and blah, blah, blah. So,
Sold good.
Yeah, it sold pretty darn well. Easily,
you.
I would say easily Atlas's best-selling game.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
original game. Like they've had other games in the West sell better, like Demon Souls or something like that. But
Call of Duty Atlas Edition.
that's it. How'd you know?
Yeah.
So I want to pull up an article here because I'm going to get the information wrong.
Oh, I know.
So this is an article from Persona Central. Now this is a rumor, but I feel like based on the announcement of the anime, like this is
This
a
might be.
foregone conclusion at this point.
Persona 5 Arena.
Not Arena.
It's happening.
But so I'm just going to read the article because I don't want to mess anything up. So it says it was discovered yesterday being July 27th, that the Atlas registered a domain name for Persona Q sequel, so that which has been updated with its name servers being moved to Atlas instead of Oname, and I'm guessing that's some third-party no-name server, so people don't
Steal it.
yeah, or leak it or steal whatever, yeah. And then it said today, as of the time of this article, which was the 28th of July, the same happened to a previously registered domain name persona-dance.jp, hinting at a potential sequel to the dancing game spin-off Persona 4 Dancing All Night. And so basically, we're getting another Persona Q and another Dancing All Night, which seems likely.
You know what's going to be, right?
I can't believe it's actually that rumor came out before Arena. I'll be honest.
Well, the Arc System is like completely swamped right now because
That's
they're
true.
doing Dragon Ball Fighters, they're doing Cross Tag Battle. I think that's a relatively small studio. There's no way they're doing 3 games at once.
And they're working on Blaze Blue and they're working on Guilty Gear. So
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no way they're
Okay.
going to squeeze Persona 5 in there.
But continuing that article, or I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I read that article and some others. But there is talk about how the director was like, yes, if Persona 4 Dancing All Night did well, we wanted to probably make a Persona 5 Dancing All Night and even a Persona 3 Dancing All Night.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
but the name was just Persona
Dance.
Dance,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
I
so
think-
it could be 3 and before 5.
Or
Or it could be all of them.
So
I
here-
would play the hell out of that
So here's
game.
the question: which system does it come out for? Because Vita is kind of dead at this point, especially in the West. So would it be Switch? Is it PS4? Is it
I mean,
both?
going by...
PS4 and it's going to be Vita. But the Vita version is going to be Japan only.
That would be a bummer. I'd rather play on Vita here.
Yeah,
but
it's like it's such a portable game, and like just how I play it because of the controls. It's like having it portable, kind
they'll-
of.
They'll bring it to the West. I mean, you know.
You
can
think
see
it'll be
it.
Vita?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a Switch game because Persona Q was a 3DS game, and that is definitely a dead. Well, they keep releasing games for it, but it's like, just come on, guys, just leave it. Stop.
They just released the new console, man. 2DS.
The
XL.
2DS, yeah, gotta make content for it. But Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming to Switch. They said Persona Q, same team, you know, Atlas. It is a dungeon crawler in the Etrian Odyssey style, but with obviously Persona characters. So I'm curious to see how that's going to translate without the two screens, because a huge part of that game is drawing the map and stuff.
Well, they're going to do it how they used to do it before the screens.
Etrian Odyssey 1 came out on DS, though.
Did it?
Yeah. It always had two screens, so you could draw the map on it.
Probably some sort of button you'd press and switch, but that would be kind of annoying.
It's not as fun because it's the physical feeling of having the stylus and like literally drawing the map out, or at least outlining the
You
map.
could probably still do that. You just buy a stylus for your Switch.
Do it with your hand or something on the touchscreen.
Yeah.
We'll see, but yeah, I'd buy both of those.
It's gonna be Persona Q with Persona 5 characters in it.
Yep.
Wow.
And so, amongst all those other domain names that got registered, one of them was Persona 5R, and nobody knew what it was. And remember for how long did I joke there was going to be a Persona 5 Ruby for Switch? I'm telling you, man, still holding out hope.
It's not going to be for the Switch.
Yep, the re-release, it'll be Persona 5 Ruby on Switch.
No, why would they go to a to a lower console?
I don't know. Why did they do that with Persona 3?
Yeah, why did they do that with Persona 3?
They wanted a portable version,
but it was way dumbed down.
God,
This is gonna be
that version makes me
because
so furious.
you gotta remember that Persona 5 is also a PS3 game, and I feel like Switch is as powerful, if not more powerful, than a PS3, but obviously not as powerful as a PS4.
I don't think Sony will allow it.
Why? It's not like they own the rights or something.
I know, but I think they'll buy. It's like, you want to go to Switch? Don't do it. We'll pay you money for it.
Maybe.
That's what I think is going to happen.
We'll see. Only time will tell. But I feel
obviously it's coming out for the Vita.
Yeah, right. That game couldn't run on Vita. But either way, we all obviously love Persona 5 on this podcast. So any more spin-offs is all good news.
Man,
so
especially Dancing All Night, because I still played the 4 version of that game.
There's only one I need, and it hasn't been announced yet. But the cross-tag team battle was cool because it had Persona 4 Arena in it.
There could be Persona 5 characters. You never know.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool. But there was another thing with the article I'm reading with the director saying, and we definitely want to make the Persona 5 Arena game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was an article from like a long time ago where they put out a survey for people in Japan voting like, what do you want us to work on most next? And like there was a bunch of options from the Persona 5 Dancing game, Persona 5 Arena, fully working on the next Persona 6 game, working on the Persona 5 upgrade game, working on Persona 3 Dancing All Night and stuff like that. So I was just like, wow, they're thinking about all this. Like, it was a long time ago they put the survey out, but I'm like, they're thinking about all this stuff, and all this stuff is definitely possibilities for them to create it. And just like they put Persona 6 out there, they put the Persona 5 reboot out there. I was like, whoa, this could happen.
What about the Persona 4 remake on PS4?
Okay, it's not gonna happen. No, Persona 3 and 4 remake in the Persona 5 style.
Oh my god,
I could totally see that happening.
That'd be amazing.
I think a lot of people would buy it too.
I know for a fact Persona 5 Arena is coming.
Yes.
I know for a fact that Persona 6 is going to come.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Persona 5 reboot.
I bet you, oh yeah, that's what I meant. Not Persona 6.
Oh, maybe that's what that R stands for, not Ruby.
Well,
Reboot.
Redone.
Yeah.
Redux.
Refurbished.
Yeah. But I mean, it could be Ruby. If it's Ruby, that'd
be really funny.
How much do we need to pay you, Taylor, if that happens?
They stole it from you, man.
Persona 5 Ruby on Switch, I'm telling you.
Got from this podcast?
But yeah, I could totally see them working on it right now, Persona 5 Arena, but they're waiting for all these other games to come out, and then they'll show it off.
Oh yeah, definitely don't put everything out at once, because that'll be killed. Like, the original Arena came out how long after Persona 4 was released?
And
like a year?
No,
year or two?
4 years.
4 years? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, 4 years.
4 years.
Because it came out in 2012, right?
Yeah.
The original Arena?
The original Arena. And then Golden came out, and then
But that was when they were like doing that compilation, like all that stuff was releasing at the same time. It was like Arena, Dancing All Night, Q. It was within like a year of each other.
No, Arena came out first.
And I'm saying, but they didn't release at the same time, but it was just like boom, 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 boom. Like,
no, Arena got announced with Ultimax. Arena came out, and then all the other stuff got announced with Ultimax, and that's when Persona 5 was announced.
That's right.
Too.
You're right. Yeah.
That was like 2013 or 14.
Whoa.
They were trying to bide time till Persona 5 because they knew it was going to take a while.
Yeah.
Well, they did a good job.
Yep.
You could probably tease it like Persona 5 Arena, and they're going to show like the Guilty Gear style in it.
Dude, it's got to be the Guilty Gear style.
And if it looks, if it's that, people are going to go crazy, and it's going to be like 2019 or 2000. Yeah, 2019.
I think if that happens, it'll definitely be a 2019 game. There's no way they're going to publish 3 games next year.
Take away sales.
Yeah.
Because Persona 4 Arena is huge. And it's in gamers, man.
Yeah. Pretty big.
Man.
So people are like, why are there so many Arxis games? And it's like, because they are sponsored in the anime. Like, literally.
Yeah.
They're sponsoring the anime.
I mean, it's clever using actual gameplay in the anime. It's like,
but only their games, though.
Yeah, but, like, it's clever. It's, it's advertising, but, like, it hasn't really been done, yeah.
It was very funny, though.
Paradigm of Fantasia.
Yeah, Paradigm of Fantasia. And Aegis 8.
Aegis 8?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Good stuff.
Oh, instead of Ease 8?
Yep. Aegis 8. All right, Taylor, what is next?
What's next on the docket?
You briefly mentioned it earlier, but so the follow-up to I Am Setsuna from Tokyo RPG Factory Lost Sphere got a release date of January 23rd, 2018 for PC, PS4, and Switch.
And Switch?
And Switch.
All right.
And if you pre-order on Square's website, there are physical versions.
Yep.
So, Nick, you're the only one here that has played I Am Setsuna. We've all seen the trailer, I think, multiple times. I've been digging as hard as I can to find gameplay footage. It's pretty hard to find, but it's out there. There's some stuff from E3.
Gameplay footage.
Are we talking about Lost Sphere or I Am Setsuna?
Lost Sphere, yeah. But where's your guys' level on this? Because I was looking at them like, it's obviously not going to blow our minds like Persona or Final Fantasy or anything like that. It's a very simplistic, like, throwback JRPG. It's just like, it relies on the charm and the storytelling and stuff like that.
Amen.
So.
And it has a great music.
Does it have good music?
It has amazing music.
With the power of friendship, we will prevail.
Yeah, it has friendship in it, man. That's
obviously means
that's
the game's
obviously
awesome.
plus 5 points.
Yes. Power of friendship plus 5 points.
I mean, if they say that in the game, automatic 10.
I can't believe they said that on that
10 out
trailer.
of 10. Just like,
It's so funny.
We'll beat you with the power of friendship, guys. Done. Best game ever.
Game.
That's why Tales of Graces is one of the best Tales games.
Exactly.
It was a really good Tales game. But I think Lost Sphere looks interesting. I'd like to play it. I Am Setsuna, I kind of don't really want to go back and play it just because it was like, it's the same area. It's like snow. It's always snow.
Everything's snow.
Sad piano music, and it looks like a depressing game. And I'm just
Very
like,
depressing.
I'm like, it's okay. I don't
what you're looking for.
I don't really need that. But this one is just like, we're gonna save the world. Happier. Good water. We looked at that water. Remember, very good water.
Solid water. Yeah.
Nice music. Power of friendship.
And I like the idea of like rebuilding the world. There's a very like tangible, traceable way that you're progressing through the game. At least that's what it seems like.
Hopefully,
because there's like those little white spots
Yeah,
where like the
you're
world has
nothing.
disappeared. Yeah, and there's definitely, like Maddie said, there's more variety in like environments where it's not going to just be all snow or all forest. It's going to be like a good mix of stuff.
And during E3, I read that there's actually going to be places to explore, like special quest areas and stuff like that. So I'm like, thank goodness. Now there's not.
Wasn't the game I Am Setsuna very linear?
No, it has the open world. It has the world map and it has a bunch of areas, but those things didn't have anything in it.
I remember you showed me there was like an area where there's just a tree and there's nothing to do there.
Yeah, there's just a tree there, and then it's like it has really epic music. It's like, okay, this has got to be something here, like later on in the game. Never returns to it. It's just there, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
There's a lot of places like that in that game. It's like this game seemed like it was rushed. Like they had all these plans that they're going to do all these side quests, and they just didn't do it.
Yeah, like that studio is interesting because I think I talked about this either on the last episode or the episode before, but like that game didn't like blow anyone away sales wise, but I feel like that team is really small because they pumped out Lost Sphere in like 2 years or something, if that. And it looks very similar to Setsuna, that isometric kind of simplistic style. But that's what this studio is meant for. Like they are a factory, an RPG factory in Tokyo. They just churn these things out. But I'm excited, especially like that it's on Switch. Like, if anything is available on Switch, I'm just going to get it on Switch. The only problem I foresee with this game, and I could see it getting delayed, is that it comes out 4 days after Ni no Kuni 2.
Oh.
And
you're like,
they're both. I mean, both of those games are clearly going for the same audience, like the audience that likes the classic throwback JRPGs. Like Ni no Kuni, obviously, is going to sell way better because it looks nicer, and it's established franchise that people like. So that's my only worry, is that game is going to get destroyed because Ni no Kuni comes out 4 days before, and like people are going to be playing that. It's like, well, I don't need 2 JRPGs.
Or do you?
Dun dun dun.
Well, for me, that's why I like the Switch, because I feel like I'd play Ni no Kuni when I'm at home on PS4, and then when I'm at work or on the go, I'll play Lost Sphere. And I'm assuming it's going to be short because, like, everything I've looked up, I mean, your playtime doesn't count because you always play games way longer, but, like, everybody says I am as soon as, like, a 20-hour game.
It was like 20 to 40 hours, yeah.
20 to 40 hours. Could be twice as long.
I have my definitions. There's those JRPGs that are like 20 to 40 hours. And then there's the ones that are like 40 to 60, and then there's ones that are 60 to 90, and there's ones that are 90 to 100, or 120.
120, yes.
All right, those are the areas, and this very short ones are like the classic PS1 ones.
Yep.
Or always pretty much the 20 to 40.
Except
those special rare ones.
How long did it take you to beat, if you remember?
I think I was in the 40s.
That's so crazy.
I might have been 40s and might have been 30s. I don't really remember.
Okay. Yeah,
I remember I was trying to like explore, and then I'm like, you know what? I just want to beat this game, and I just started going straight through it.
Got it. Yeah, because I was watching the Easy Allies review recently, and they said something about 20 hours. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's relatively short.
Yeah, the main story is pretty short.
Okay. Cool. So Lost Sphere, we're all decently hyped. Give it a try.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Because I want the soundtrack, man. Or just from the trailer, I just know that there's going to be these songs that just make me cry.
Can hit you right in the feels.
Just like
in the feels.
Just like that main trailer. That one trailer. Even though it's super cheesy and super Japanese.
Yeah.
It's very cheesy.
I love the music in that.
It's good. It's good stuff. So the next handful of news pieces are going to be some financial stuff from Nintendo. They announced that as of June 30th, the Switch has sold 4.7 million units, which is impressive considering the Wii U has yet to cross the 14 million unit mark, and it's been out for like way longer. So that's impressive. And one interesting they had a couple bits of like, games that sold and stuff like that. So Breath of the Wild has sold almost 4 million copies on Switch. So that means like almost every single person that owns a Switch bought Zelda, which is crazy. Like that install base is nuts.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's a lot of reason. That's one of the main reasons why the Switch sold so well, is because it came out with a frickin' Zelda game.
That's true, but like you think about other launch games, like the attach rate for like Knack wasn't 1-to-1 on PS4 or like Killzone or something.
Just imagine if PS4 came out with Uncharted 4.
That's true.
All right, just straight up just Uncharted 4.
Yeah,
it would have sold a lot more. Even though it sold a lot. It would have sold a lot more.
Yeah, I think Uncharted 4 is approaching like the 10 million mark, which is nuts. But yeah, so that's pretty good. And I think Mario Kart sold like in the 3 million range, and ARMS sold over 1 million copies,
wow,
which is, I know. The really crazy thing is, and I think this was a product of not having anything to play at the time maybe, but that Street Fighter 2 hyper fighting, whatever the heck it's called.
Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Ultra Street Fighter 2.
The World Warriors HD remix.
Yeah. That sold almost 500,000 copies on Switch, which is insane. It's like an overpriced 20-something-year-old game. But, hey, people like their Street Fighter, apparently.
People don't like this one.
5?
Apparently it's not 5.
Or there's the one on Switch?
Yeah.
It's sold well, though.
Because it's super unbalanced. It has like a bunch of characters that are really unbalanced.
It's supposed to be goofy. Isn't there like a mode where you can do like 2-on-1 and stuff like that?
Drama, yeah.
Yeah. And you can do... I've never seen it, but apparently there's a first-person mode as well.
That's so dumb.
But, yeah, that's very cool. And then they gave some estimates for future games, and they said that this was announced at E3, but they're just re-emphasizing that the Switch Pokemon game is coming in 2018 or later. And at E3 they said it'll come within a year or more.
Or later.
So, I mean, at E3 a year or later, that would be November, fall time, normally when it releases. But I could picture this slipping into 2019, like February 2019 or something like that, which would be cool. You know, take all the time you need. I really. Well, let me ask you this: what are you guys expecting from the Switch Pokemon game? Because a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's going to be like this open world, like online MMO thing, and I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's just going to be the same formula with maybe slightly bigger environments, and obviously the game's going to look better. But that's kind of what I
think it's
want.
just going to be a bigger world.
Yeah,
and then it's going to look like a 3D game.
Yep,
it's going to look like Dragon Quest, except without the Dragon Ball Z style.
Yeah, the Pokemon style.
And it's going to play exactly the same. That's it.
Yeah.
They're not going to evolve at all.
No, they don't need to. People love that.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes Pokemon. It's the simplistic combat style. You know, just the turn-based, like with the weaknesses and stuff like that. People like that.
I have a feeling they should change it up, though. I feel they should
They have no reason to. It always sells like crazy.
What they need to do is change up the thing so they, make it better instead of being a stupid Game Boy game that we've been playing for years.
Well, what's amazing with, I feel like at least with the earlier Pokemon games, is they were just doing it based on limitations, and that just became part of what it is.
Can you imagine if the battle system became like Ni no Kuni 1's?
Ooh, that'd be amazing. Or like Pokken Tournament or something like that.
And the Pokken Tournament's like a friggin' fighting game, but something simple like that's what they should do.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, same kind of style, right? So you have auto attacks, and then you have your specials, and then you have your weaknesses and everything like that. And there you go. And then everything's all live action.
I've never played Ni no Kuni, so I don't know what the battle system's like.
It's you have your main character playing, and then he summons familiars like a Pokemon, and then you control the Pokemon like a live action. You're playing like Tales of game, and then you do like spells and like abilities. And then you could switch during the battle. You could switch your familiars into different familiars who have different abilities.
They make it actually like the anime Pokemon fights, where like you're actually allowed to like dodge the spells and stuff.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, that'd be
cool. He got stunned, and now he's gonna do a big fire roar thing, and it's like an area and effective move. It's perfect.
Bulbasaur.
Can you imagine that? Like you have like 3-way battles, right? You have 2 of the Pokemon being computer controlled, but you can switch in between them. When it's like, oh, there's a big move, so everyone try to move everyone out of the way and stuff like that. It'll be much more involved.
Oh yeah, I'd like that.
You'd feel more like you're the Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
Because if you're controlling like 3 Pokemon at the same time, that'd be pretty cool. Like switching between giving each one orders.
I mean, if not, there'd just be like normal attacking and dodging.
Yeah.
And then you switch. It's like, okay, use this move, and then you go back to your main guy that you want to be using.
The thing that amazes me about Pokemon is that they continue to make new Pokemon every time. Like, I'm like, how have they not? Like,
but now it's getting kind of ridiculous.
They don't need to make new Pokemon anymore.
They have to, at least the starters. You gotta make new starters,
or just use different starters,
or just straight up give us Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle again.
I don't think people care. Yeah. Those are the classics.
I mean, they can add like new evolutions. That'll be fine.
They've been doing stuff like that, like
there's too many. And there's too many copies.
Yeah, a lot of them are start to feel samey, and it's like, all right, do we really need like a couple bees and a couple like lame birds? It's like, it's fine. Make the ultimate, like whatever's on the cover, like fine. Make two new ones, and like maybe the starters, like that's it. That's all I care about, at least.
Yeah.
It needs good music, good water.
Good water.
Ooh yeah.
And then it needs the battle system that I just talked about.
We just talked about.
Because if it had that, people wouldn't care if it wasn't like old Pokemon.
Some might.
They'll be like, holy crap, this is what Pokemon is now. Pokemon.
I feel like they would probably do something, like, in order to implement that. They wouldn't be like, this is a Pokemon game, like, because everyone would be expecting the same thing. They'd be like, this is a spin-off Pokemon game, different style.
Or they would say, this is
people like it.
They would say, you've played Pokemon. Wait, the thing just turned off.
It looks kind of cool with that off, actually.
It's like, you've been playing Pokemon for how many, like 20 years now, right?
Something like that.
20 years now. It's time to evolve.
Da, da, da,
and then it shows the new Pokemon. Like it shows the new Pokemon and it shows the new battle system. There you go. Just Pokemon's evolving.
Yeah, remember that fan trailer for the new Pokemon Sun and Moon? It's like, you've grown up, so have we, or something. It might have even been you've evolved, and so have we. Remember that?
Yeah, but they didn't evolve. It was the same game.
It's true. That's true. It was more the same.
It
Like Pokemon, like iterates so slowly. It's also always been stuck on handheld, and now that it's not going to be on a handheld, they can go crazy.
They could do the battle system I set.
Yeah,
Man,
That'd be so cool.
If they added that battle system, I would buy it again.
I'm gonna buy it anyway because I like Pokemon, but it'd be
Buy it again
nice.
just to train another Lucario to be my main.
Yeah, I can't play those games anymore. I play them, I'm like, oh, this is cool. It brings me back of time. Level 20. Okay, I'm done.
Snake can't play old games. He's too modern.
Yeah, too modern.
Way too modern.
Way
Yeah.
too modern.
Obviously.
Just the same. It's like I felt like I've played this before, and I have. Back when I was 9.
No, it's true. Like I feel like people are always like, "Oh, if I wanted to start with a Pokemon game, which one should I start with? Just the newest one,
The
because it's
newest.
gonna have the most quality of life updates, and it'll look nicer, and it'll have and it has most of the popular old Pokemon anyway. So
Pokemon Platinum Pinnacle. For me.
Sun or X. I like that.
Just because I played really hard during that time. Like, I played that
You're
whole generation.
super into-
I played Diamond all the way through, then I played Pearl all the way through, and then I played Platinum all the way through.
Did you have
And then
Gold?
transferred everything to my Platinum game, and I have my Platinum game, and I have so much on it.
Do you have Silver and Gold?
Yeah. I have
Soul Silver.
Soul Silver and Heart Gold, and then I have Black, and then I have Black 2, and then I have X, and I've skipped out on whatever the most recent one was.
Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon, yes. Like, I played X. I played it all the way through, and I'm like, cool, I beat the game. I gotta get Mewtwo X. Got Mewtwo X. Immediately was like, okay, save. Haven't touched it since.
Yeah.
So, I know the Pokemon Company listens to our podcast like religiously.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So, what they need to do is do that battle system.
The battle system would be really cool.
All right, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So just to reiterate, live action, you control your Pokemon, auto attacks, special moves.
Would be Hey You Pikachu.
More than
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt.
more than 4 moves, please. All right. All right. Make it so. Okay. Here you go. All right. You could have like a slot of like this quick slot of 4, right? But you don't lose the ones you've already learned. All right?
Oh, you like exchange them
You
in between
exchange them in
battles?
between battles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of like talent
Yeah,
system.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Like you need to spend talents to learn these moves, right? Like talent,
Yeah.
you get talent points, and you have to train them in those moves. And the more you use it, the better it gets.
That's a tail system.
There you go. Yeah. And then if you use like tackle and like 100
That's how you
times,
learn the new evolved
and-
version of the move. Is
yeah.
you use tackle like
And then
100 times.
You use
And then
tackle
you
100
can-
times, and then you use lightning bolt, and then it becomes a high Ogi, and then it becomes
that's a little much.
It becomes lightning tackle.
And then you give your Pokemon titles, right? And then the more that they have the title, the stronger they get.
I think only Graces did that.
The Graces like titles are always different in the games.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
But, like-
I was joking about the other stuff, but yeah, that
The kind of
that
talent system
was
kind
pretty
of
awesome.
sounds good. I mean, it feels like you're actually training your Pokemon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Damn it, Pokemon Company, listen to our podcast.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
It's
We'll
time
have to
to.
include them on our tweets.
I'd get
Yeah.
so obsessed with that game, just training the perfect Pokemon to try and get like all the moves I want,
Yeah.
rather than just be like, okay, I'm gonna find this TM. Boom. It's just like, no, you have to work for this move now.
Yep.
That'd be like rewarding.
Yep.
So rewarding.
Pokemon, it's time to evolve.
Feel free to take that.
Pokemon, it's time to stop it.
Stop.
Get
And get some help.
If they announce the new Pokemon, if they show the new Pokemon and it's the same thing,
Which it will be.
I'll be very like I was like whatever. I knew it. They're not going to change
Nope.
because now is the time to change. Now's your chance.
Yeah.
That probably blew out some eardrums.
Yep. Blew out my eardrum. I'm right here.
Yeah.
I was trying to wake you guys up. You're falling asleep because I was talking about the damn battle system too much.
I wasn't. I was the one talking with you about it. He was falling
I'm falling asleep just because I haven't slept very much.
It's true.
Any
But,
other news, sir?
I think you're right though. The more I think about it, it's like you're on home console for the first time. You got to take that next leap and like do something special.
I remember the biggest thing of the time, like when Pokemon was still like, sprites and stuff, and just, whoa, we got hit. I'm going to shake the sprite. It was like Pokemon like Battle Revolution or something, where you connect your DS to like the Wii, and both sides had 3D Pokemon, and they would use their moves, and it's like, this is amazing.
Well, we had something like that back in our day.
Yeah.
It was called
Pokemon Stadium.
Yep, and it was for the N64, and it was
terrible.
It was Pokemon battles, but it was in 3D.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's like,
So much fun.
yeah, it was, we were like, oh my gosh,
Pokemon's in
it's
3D. My Mew is in 3D.
Dude, I remember seeing some kids with Mew on their red and blues, and I'm like, how did you get them? Like, how?
I had a Mew, and I'm really sad that I can't find it. Instead, I have my level 100 Mewtwo.
And then, of course, we all had Stockholm Syndrome with Pokemon Snap, and we all thought it was the greatest thing ever, and it's actually terrible.
I never thought it was
Is
the
that the
greatest
one?
thing
Is that
ever.
the one where
I
you took pictures of Pokemon in the
Yeah.
real world?
I
Oh
played
my
it
god!
at my friend's house, my friend Gavin's house, and I did not get it. I was like, what is this? It's only one level? What is this? And then, I didn't know that you could, like, find a secret area or something like that.
Yeah, basically, you're like on a roller coaster ride taking pictures of Pokemon, but then you had like items that you could like throw, and like depending on where you threw them, like other ones would pop out or like they would do funny things. And
Okay, I remember there was one thing that you could do. There's like a Charmeleon next to like a volcano cone, and like a lava pit, and you'd throw like an apple at it, then knock it into the lava, and then it would come out as a Charizard. But it was just funny because you just throw an apple and it falls into the lava. You're like, well, let's kill that Charmeleon.
Because of Charizard.
Is it Carmeleon?
No, it's
like
Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember another funny thing is there's this one like forest level, and there's a waterfall, and I think if you throw like a Pokeball or something in the waterfall, then like a Gyarados comes out, like almost eats you. It's pretty cool.
I remember there's like this forest level as well, and like Flame Man comes out of nowhere, and then just burns the forest down.
Whoa, that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to do.
And
yeah.
so like you're in this
Proto-
cave. You're
Proto-Man.
you're in this cave, right? Proto-Man comes out of nowhere
Tells you to
and says, "Burn the forest down." And you're like, "All right."
Or go back to Dr. White, and he's like, "You did what?" Proto-Man told me to.
He just comes out of nowhere, man. He just comes in.
When did I ever tell you it's okay to listen to him?
When?
Okay.
Good old classic John Tron Game Grumps.
Oh man.
Wow. I'm so low. I want Wingle.
Wingle.
Wingle evolves into
Pellstorm?
Okay. And the last bit of news, kind of a weird piece of news that I don't think anybody cares about, but I wanted to include it anyway. Final Fantasy 15 is getting a multiplayer expansion.
Oh,
called
yeah.
How the hell is that going to work?
I actually wanted to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, and so the online test, by the time you're listening to this, the online tests are probably going on right now. And I believe it's only available if you bought the season pass. But it sounds like a Monster Hunter type thing where like you and your friends group up and you just go on quests and fight monsters and stuff.
Wait. But are you Noctis and everybody, or are you
No.
just random people in the Final Fantasy 15 universe?
You make an avatar.
Oh, it's White Knight Chronicles all over again.
That actually
Here we
looks decent.
Why?
They haven't shown gameplay though, so I'm really curious to see what this looks like.
Okay, if it's the White Knight Chronicles like version where you have Noctis and then you're just an avatar with like a blank face and you're like, I'm here too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be mad.
I don't think so. I don't think it would continue the story of Noctis because it wouldn't make sense. Do you play throughout like the game?
I don't know anything about it.
That's
literally all
here,
they said.
multiplayer Final Fantasy 15. What?
Here's the question:
exactly.
Is it made by the guys who did Game of War? Or, yeah,
Dude, I swear to God, every time I watch a YouTube video on my phone, I get that stupid Final Fantasy 15 mobile game. Like every time without fail. It's like,
yeah. There's this.
I get it. You want us to download it? I'm not going to download it.
There's two of them. There's the one where you there's like a human, and then there's like a finger that drags armor on it, and it looks so bad. I'm like, who is this for?
And then there's like the high quality like CG cutscene where like Noctis is fighting. There's chocobos everywhere and stuff.
Dun.
God, that song is so good.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
Used a good song though.
Yeah. Well, they're
pumping a lot of money into advertising, and I check every few days like on the App Store, and it's like not one of the top grossing games. Maybe in Japan, but yeah.
It's made by the Game of War guys. So
It's
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah. But yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Back to online. Big question.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
That's what I said.
Because I don't know. They're doing weird stuff with Final Fantasy 15 now. Like they
Are they gonna announce a dancing all night game
Oh my god, if they do that, I'll
might as well.
be...
and the fighting game?
What?
Well, there's
There's gonna be
Dissidia
there's
that's coming.
Dissidia.
Oh, we forgot big news for Dissidia, by the way.
Oh, what's
But
that?
we'll after we do this discuss and
Yeah.
You got
Were
it.
you excited? Because you have a.
I mean, I'm not necessarily excited, but I'm more curious because I don't know what it is. I'm like, I like the combat, so the idea of like you and 3 friends going out using that same combat just to like fight monsters could be cool.
Can you imagine just like 4 Noctises just flying everyone?
Dude!
And you're like,
so
okay.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what it's gonna be like. Like, are you gonna be warp striking everywhere? Are you gonna be? Is there team up moves?
Maybe
Like,
you choose a class.
Maybe there's more spells.
no. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you pick jobs. Maybe there's classic Final Fantasy jobs.
This is their next MMO.
That's
okay.
what I was saying.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
are they trying to involve this into their next MMO? Console MMO?
Final Fantasy 15 MMO. It's like, so there's this hub world, right? It's called the Tower.
Go on.
And you pick your classes. There's like the Red Mage, Quartermaster, and you just, you pick your things, and then you just go out and do quests. All the
Wait,
time.
is there a little robot that follows you and flies around?
No, it's a Moogle.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you die, the Moogle's like Koopo, and reses you. And you can have up to 3 people. It's called your Ice Team.
Got it.
I don't think Maddie gets what I'm saying.
No.
It's all Destiny.
I'm just talking about
stuff.
turn it into Destiny.
Oh, okay.
There's these things called raids. There's only one at first.
Okay.
All right.
Only
And
if you're
there's
lame.
they're big dungeons, and then have like big bosses.
Uh huh.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need 6 people to play.
Whoa.
6?
6 people.
Not 8.
Not 6
For a raid or for a dungeon?
for a raid.
Dungeon's only 4.
All right.
You guys are weird. I
And
don't know what
then-
MMOs
and then-
you're playing,
and
but
then
that's weird.
When there's also something called like smashes, and they're just like mini dungeons for like 3.
Okay.
We're also talking about Destiny again, Maddie. Gosh, get with the program.
I figured, but what do I have to add to that conversation since I've never played Destiny?
No, you were just thinking we were talking about WoW. so
No,
it's
I knew
fine.
you weren't talking about WoW, but I'm just like, whatever MMO that is, I don't play it. I have my MMO, and I'm sticking to it.
Destiny's not an MMO.
You're not an MMO.
But yeah, I don't know. I was very surprised when I saw that news. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Final Fantasy 15 Online, is it a new like game?
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, maybe they need to like make money back, and they're just like trying to reuse all the assets. Like, what should we do? Let's make Destiny, but with Final Fantasy 15 characters.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Print that shit.
Print that shit.
All right.
And then one
So-
other like weird, just last little Final Fantasy thing. The car, the Regalia, is coming
Oh,
to
yeah.
Forza Horizon 3.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Not that any of us have an Xbox or want to play that on PC, but hey, just it's out there for anybody that does. Because I actually
for Forza 5?
no Forza Horizon 3.
Oh, okay. Not for the new Forza game.
Nope.
All right, for the Scorpio.
But because I tweeted that and one person was like, "Oh, awesome! I'm going to get that." So there's obviously somebody. There's a crossover of racing games and
JRPGs.
animes somewhere.
Somewhere in
somewhere out
there.
there.
The Venn diagram crosses over somehow. So
So, Dissidia.
Yeah.
Right? There's some news.
okay.
Okay.
All right. You know how it's a 3v3 game, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No, but now I do.
It's a fighting. It's a Final Fantasy
Fighting
fighting
game, yes,
right?
I got
so
that
it's
much.
3v3 in the new console version.
Right.
But in the console version, there's now going to be 2v2 and 1v1.
Oh, nice. My question is, are they going to fix the UI? The UI is a mess. It's
Well, it's
all over the place.
They listened to the people wanting a 1v1 and a 2v2, so they also said that they are working on the UI to make it
good.
less
It's like
clutter.
literally takes up the entire screen.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's pretty crazy.
That's gross.
But with 1v1s, it's not going to have that many, so.
That's
And
true.
then
With less people, it won't take up as much.
But that's the one thing that I was worried about, because I loved playing Dissidia 1v1s with you.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
That's what that game is
Yeah.
one-on-one.
So now that's there, I'm actually pretty excited for the game. I was excited because I like Dissidia and I like the music, and I could fight Cloud versus other things.
Didn't they announced Noctis already, right?
Yeah, Noctis is going to be
On
the console
accident, like on Amazon, it's like if you pre-order, you get Noctis, and I don't think that was
They're like, oh,
how they wanted to announce that. But
Whoops.
it's like, whoops, yeah.
one. Well, like Duodecim had lightning in it when the first one did not.
That's true. But 13 was out at the time, and it's like obviously she's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm really excited about is this one has Ramza in it.
Yeah.
So,
And he's like a special character. He does silly things.
okay, cool.
Like I think one of his move is scream, so he actually goes
Nice.
and powers up.
That's cool.
And another one is throw rock.
No, really?
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, Ramza's that like guy in Tactics, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the main character in Tactics.
Right.
I wonder if they're gonna have Delita. That's probably too deep of a cut. Like
I
feel like
wonder. Yeah, I wonder what their villain is.
probably chaos and whatever.
No,
Same old stuff.
It is. It wasn't chaos, but it was like two like opposites again. No, I'm talking about the main because there's always a villain and a main character. So Ramza and who? Wigraf?
Kefka, maybe WeGraph. That'd be cool. I'd be down.
Wigraf?
Revive Final Fantasy Tactics.
Or release it on PC to gauge interest.
Yeah, that too.
And then make your decision there. Okay, everyone that listens, I know tons of people, millions of people listen to this podcast.
Yes.
Million.
It only says about 200, but
millions of people.
listen.
Millions of people. All right. Tweet at Square Enix saying, release a Final Fantasy Tactics PC port.
Tweet at Square Enix. Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
Release the Kraken. They will understand.
They'll get it. They'll know what's up.
They'll know what's up.
Call them to say 1-800-HELP.
Stop it.
Too many John jokes. All right, guys. Thank you for listening.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Stop it.
Get some help.
Thanks for listening, guys. Big news. If you guys don't know yet, we do have our website up now. It is
Nice.
www.lasthonestgamers.com. There's a forum on there, so we could discuss things there now, talk about things. Don't have to use Twitter all the time now. And yeah, that's pretty much the biggest news with us. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube for the first time. And if you're on iTunes, be sure to leave a review. And we're also on Google Play now.
And SoundCloud is not dying, so that's also there, I think, right?
What? Oh, yeah, SoundCloud is not dying
It's
anymore.
not dying.
So I don't have to change the host anymore.
Yeah. Also, I know we haven't had questions in a while, but if you have questions that you want to ask us that we can answer, just tweet at us. What's the LHG handle?
At
on
LSG
Twitter?
channel.
LHG channel, or any of us on Twitter.
Use the website. There's actually a form that says questions.
Oh, there you go.
So
There you go.
And we may or may not be having a cool guest at some point
yeah, hopefully.
in the near future.
Hopefully. Emailing them right after this.
We're in talks. We've been trying to get Ben and Brad back on, but they're both really busy with projects, so they probably won't be on for a while. But we've
also been trying to get other people on.
Yeah, there is. There's one guy that is way overdue to be on the show, so we'll try to get some people on.
Yep.
Get some more guests.
If you guys want anyone to be a guest, be sure to tell them. Ask them. It's like, hey, you should be a guest on JRPG Podcast. And they'd be like, what? Who's that? And then you give us, give them the link to our stuff.
Exactly.
And there you go.
That sounds like
Spread
a plan.
the word, guys.
Share the love.
Share the load.
Share the love.
This is going too long. We're leaving now.
We're getting loopy.
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go hype.
Morgana is looking at me. She's not saying anything
The
audibly,
eyes,
but
the
she's
eyes
We're
mentally.
going now, guys. See ya. Come on.
Oh, God.
Let's go to
We're
sleep.
leaving. Ah!